In today's video, I'm actually switching things up. I had originally planned on doing a get ready with me style video where I was going to be talking as I was getting ready and doing my makeup. It wasn't really going to be a tutorial, but kind of everything went wrong, so I'm just trying to salvage this video as best as I can. So this is going to be a voiceover, unfortunately, and I promise that I will attempt a talking as I'm getting ready video soon. This was just very overwhelming for me because I just kept having a bunch of accidents. Like I spilled my foundation, I lost my eyelashes, a whole bunch of things. And yeah, so you guys know that I like to carve my brows, and I like to do my brows off camera, and then I just carve them with concealer. And then I just take my crown. It's like a kind of a fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I blend it out so that way I can blend out my foundation better once I blend it with my beauty sponge. And somebody actually asked me in the comments, like, what's the purpose of using concealer on your eyebrows? And it just makes such a difference. It gives it a more defined look. You don't even have to shade in your eyebrows. Just use some gel and carve them out and call it a day. Next, I'm taking my What's Left of the Gimme Brow by Benefit. I love this stuff. Anastasia is still up there for me, but this is really good eyebrow gel, and I absolutely love the tiny little brush that it has because I feel like it gets deeper into the hairs than compared to a bigger brush. Next, I'm taking my Moda brush that I got from Walmart in the set, and I'm just smearing pretty much my MAC paint pot on my eyes. Then I just took a fluffy brush and I set my eyes with a Peaches and Cream color by Makeup Geek. I believe it's Peaches and Cream. Next, I took this Dark Matter stack by Melt. I don't think I've ever shown you guys this stack. I love this stack so much. It's pretty expensive, but I was fortunate enough to get it when Melt had a 40% sale. I think it was Black Friday, but I'm just taking the middle brown shade and I'm putting that in my transition, like for the transition. It actually came with a black shadow. It came with 4 shadows, but I was so sad because I dropped it when I was in Texas visiting my friend, and I totally like shattered it on her white bathroom floor, and it was just so hard to clean. Yeah, so next I'm taking Enigma, I believe. I'll list all the names down below. And I'm just pressing that onto my lid and a little bit above the crease. This is a grunge inspired look, like a grunge glam look. So I want like the dark kind of burgundy wine colored eyes. And yeah, so I'm just packing that on to see where the shadow is, and then I just continue to pack it on. Next, I'm taking Mercury, I believe, is it Mars or Mercury, from the Makeup Geek palette. It's much more of a like raspberry red kind of, so I'm just using that in the crease to blend with the transition color. Now, I know this looks a little wild, but I was going for a grungy, like blown out shadow kind of look, so I took it a little too far up, so I'm just taking some of the concealer and just cleaning up my brows so that way none of the shadow is touching my eyebrows. And then with the same crown brush, I am just kind of blending it out because I do want this to look very blown out. I've been obsessed with that look lately. I don't know why, but so pretty much it's going to look something like this, but don't worry, like I'm saying here, don't worry. It's gonna get better. So I'm curling my eyelashes because I'm gonna be wearing false lashes doesn't really matter because this is a voiceover, unfortunately. And then I just realized that you can totally hear my fan in the background, so I'm really hoping that the microphone doesn't pick it up that much, but I'm sorry, this video was just a struggle. Did I mention that it took me an hour and 34 minutes to film, and just one thing after another kept falling off the table, and just people kept coming to the door. It was a mess. So if you guys saw my CVS haul, I picked up the Wet n Wild foundation, and this is my third time using it, and I will say that I am pretty happy with it. It does unfortunately smell a little bit like paint, but it kind of goes away that, or you get used to it, but I didn't think it was a problem. So now I'm taking my beauty sponge by Real Techniques and I'm blending that out. It does look a little light right here, but it does oxidize a tad bit, so this actually was a really good color match, and I was very happy about it. The only thing I will say that I didn't like besides the paint smell is that I do notice it stayed kind of wet and never fully dried. It wasn't a matte foundation. I don't think it ever claimed to be matte that I saw, but it definitely looked like kind of glowy. I don't know how to explain it. I didn't set it with powder because I was testing it, so then I just took the Photofocus concealer in Ivory, and I was very skeptical about this color. I was like, they're not gonna have a color that's gonna match my complexion, you know, because all of them were kind of pink and I run yellow, but surprisingly this turned out really nice, and the contrast and brightness are higher on my phone, so things don't look exactly like this, but it really brightened up my under eyes. And you guys know I don't really like that bright look, but with this concealer I did, so I was very satisfied. And like I said before, it's supposedly a dupe for the Shape Tape by Tarte, but I've never tried it, so I couldn't really tell you, but I really like this concealer. I just wish it was creamier. What am I doing next? Oh, okay. So I'm setting my under eyes with my favorite contour palette, and that would be the Shade Light palette by Kat Von D. I don't know how I was doing my makeup without this palette before. If you guys know of a really good like highlighting contour palette, let me know. I'm devoted to this one, but I'm just curious if there's better shadows than this. So next I'm just dusting the middle contour color here. It's kind of like bronzer. I'm just warming up my face a little bit. I don't want to be super fleeky and contoured today because this is a grungy look. I'm just adding color to my face. I'm hooking Debbie up with some color, and yeah. Then I went ahead and grabbed my Too Faced Sweetheart blush, and this is kind of like a fuchsia pink shade. So I'm just lightly dabbing that on there. I don't want too much blush. Very gently putting it on there. And then I'm going to be setting my face. I was looking for it and I finally found it. My Fix Plus. So I'm just drenching myself in this because I'm obsessed with this spray. My makeup looks and feels so good when I use it. And before it completely dries, I like to put my highlighter on top of it, and I'm using the Wet n Wild highlighter. It's in the, I think it's like Crushed Pearl or something like that. I don't know, but it's the lightest one. And I just have to say that Wet n Wild has been coming through. You know, let's give thanks to the makeup gods that there's finally you know, like really good stuff at the drugstore, because I'm tired of paying higher prices when the drugstore should be, you know, good enough. So shout out to my grandma for giving me this mascara after I put my false lashes on and smoked out my bottom waterline. I'm coating my lashes with this Chubby Lash Mascara by Clinique. And I usually put waterproof mascara on my bottom lashes because I tend to smear, but you know what? This is a grunge look, so it can smear and it'll still look fabulous. Next, I actually forgot to do the inner corner of my eyes, so I just sprayed some Fix Plus on a little like packing brush, and or a little, I don't even know, it's a smudge brush, and I just put it in the inner corners of my eyes to add some pop. Finally, I'm going to be doing my lips. It's gonna bring the whole look together, and I'm taking my NYX lip liner in Sandstorm. I don't know why people pay for MAC lip liners when literally NYX has so many shades. I'm pretty sure you could find a dupe. Rimmel has really good lip liners as well. I think the NYX lip liners are like $4. I don't even think they're more than $5, and it's just so good. So I'm lining my lips. And real quick, do you guys remember, like back in the day, when people used to just wear lip liner and maybe like lip gloss? I know my cousins remember those days because we have pictures to prove it, and looking at them never gets old. So I decided to use Daddy by Jeffree Star Cosmetics on my lips, and I'm just shaking the tube and making sure that the lipstick isn't like settled at the bottom. So I actually had the perfect lipstick for this, but I don't know why I didn't use it. It's Urban Decay. I believe it's 1993. I think that's what it's called. I don't know why I didn't use it, but I was kind of regretting it after. I was like, oh, the one time.